Hi folks, I hope you're all well. I thought we would sneak in another craft video before Easter and also give myself the opportunity to do a bit of an Easter themed craft. So this is one that I had planned for some of my community craft groups, and I thought we'd have a bit of a go at it on the video. So this is using watercolour paints and wax resists to create artworks. So you will have seen from the first still a couple of examples of that. What you will need today are some paints. So I've got my watercolour set here. If you don't have a set of watercolours but you've got some poster paint, just pop a bit of that in and water it down like I've done here. Or if all you have is acrylic, similarly pop a little dot of that in there and then just water it down so that you've got a nice sort of liquidy consistency. You will need some paper, some paintbrushes and some wax. So I have done this as a bit of a test page, and I've got three types of wax. I've got a birthday candle, a large tea light and a sort of floating candle. And what I've done with these, with each of these, I've drawn onto my paper in different patterns and lines, and now I'm going to swoop my different types of paint over them, swoop being the technical term, so that we can see the different effects of them. So let's start with a little bit of watercolour paint. So let's try this. So here we go, straight away you can see where my three lines are. And what's happening here is wax repels water. So as I bring water-based paint over wax, anywhere that the wax is adhered to the paper, it will resist it. So there we go, that's starting to show up quite nicely. Let's try one of my other paints. Let's see how it works with a bit of diluted acrylic. Ooh, that's quite nice too. Maybe a little bit lumpy bumpy blobby, but still pretty nice. Let's finish with a bit of watered down poster paint. So all three of these paints work really well, but what I've noticed is from this I can tell that my favourite tool of choice is the birthday candle. I've got a really nice line there. This one is a little bit blobby for me, and this one I actually noticed when I was using it, I just couldn't press down hard enough with this to get a nice line. So the birthday candle is definitely my favourite of those. I shall wash my brush out. So I did that as a bit of a tester. Have a look what you've got around the house and see what you've got, and then if you like, see what works best for you. You might not have any options, in which case go with what you've got lingering about. So let's do a couple more of these and I'll show you some, just give you some ideas for things that you can do. Let's do one of these start to finish. So I'm going to use my birthday candle and I'm just going to draw a really simple pattern on this one. I'm pressing down fairly hard with my wax birthday candle, but not too hard. And to be honest, if you press down too hard, your candle just breaks, I find. So that's a bit of a oops when the candle breaks. Right, super quick pattern. Oh, that feels very gloopy. Let's add some colour to this. There we go. It appears! I just think these are super cute. They're a bit silly, a bit fun. There we go. So you could do that as a little greetings card. I've got one here that you could send this through the post to someone if you're doing any fun post bits, and get them to apply the paint at home when they receive it, and you can send them hidden messages. This is me getting super famous 5 with stuff. And lastly, I'll just show you some of my examples. of bits and pieces that I've made using this technique. So obviously I've made a bookmark or two, so you could do that. So for this one I gave myself a border and then drew the fish in and put the blue over the top. Bit of a starry scene. But also, with the timing of this video, had to do something a little bit Easter themed too. So we've got kind of a massive purple bunny and some Easter eggs, little Easter message on that. So you could make yourself some Easter decorations, or if you're doing this with your little ones, you could do the wax shapes and then invite your kids to colour them in with the paints, and they'll see the pattern emerge from there. So lots and lots of options. Yeah, this is just a quick one anyway. Have fun, let me know how you get on, and I will leave you with one little sped up video of one that I did that's sort of a bit topical at the moment, because this is our next lockdown craft video. So as always, I hope you're okay. I hope everyone's staying safe, staying sane, and enjoying some craft time. Okay, see you soon guys. Thanks very much.